Alocasia Frydek is a stunner of a plant. I'm sure we all agree on this. But I have an issue with these plants. Can you already guess what it is? There are in fact a few problems I have. Number one, drooping leaves. The best example is probably my variegated Alocasia Frydek right here. Now it is staked up, but look at this. This is it when it's not held up by strings and sticks. Not really sexy, am I right?
Emotional damage.
Number two, leaves come and go, and that is totally fine with me, but the stem stays. It is pretty bare after a while, and it is not my cup of tea. I think this is personal preference. If you like the way this looks, it's fine, you don't have to do anything, but I am not happy with this. Number three, Alocasia can be pretty sensitive plants. Mix winter into the equation and, well, you get some ugly growth. The leaves are getting smaller again, which is the least of my problems, but the drooping and yellowing of leaves is a thing I really can't live with. By the way, hi, I'm Kristina from Leafy, and to fix all of my problems, I want to propagate these two beauties today. Not only by dividing them and taking out the corms, I also want to try out stem propagation for the first time. I want to take you with me, show you everything start to finish and also the results, if there are any. The most classic way to propagate your Alocasia is probably separation of the pups. So usually when repotting these plants you will find little corms or bulbs in the soil. These are still attached to the mother plant. You can easily snap them off, pop them in some new substrate and they will get roots and sprout into a new plant. This does not hurt the mother plant and it's a pretty low risk way to propagate Alocasias. The second choice would be a stem propagation. On the stem you will find nodes with axillary buds and also some aerial roots. These are usually surefire signs that this plant can be propagated via stem propagation. If you want to make sure your propagation is a success, you can air layer the stem, probably just put some damp sphagnum moss or other substrate around the stem and see if you can get some early root growth going before you chop the plant. I have not done this today, I will just try it without that. And to make things even riskier for me, I think I want to start with the Alocasia Frydek, my most expensive plant actually. No pressure or anything. I'm quite confident that it will go well. It's not that hard, I think. Now it's time to assemble your tools, glasses, scissors, maybe scalpels, your weapons of choice. Luckily there is already some aerial roots on here, for example here. The nodes on this plant are pretty close to each other. You want to cut in between two lines, so in between two nodes. While cutting, you should look out for the axillary buds so you don't destroy them, cut into them or harm them in any other way. To keep it safe, I will just make a bigger chunk so I make sure I will have enough nodes to grow roots or new shoots. Ta-da! Got a really clean cut on this plant. I don't know if there's going to be like excessive amounts of sap. Probably shouldn't really touch it, but I'm kind of curious. So, oh, it's not even sticky. It's very soft. It smells like nothing. Okay, I want to leave the plant to dry a little bit. In the meantime, I want to check out the roots and any potential corms. I want to loosen up the soil a little bit. I'm happy that we have a really good and healthy root system. You can already see that there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corms growing out of the base of the stem. The only one I want to detach, just like snap it off. It already has some roots attached. It's already sprouting a little green shoot. So I think this one is ready to be separated. Now I just need to pot it up. It would be so cool to have a little variegated Frydek baby. Don't want to press it too much, but this is it. Now I actually want to put this one back into its original pot. Ta-da! Moving along with the Alocasia Micholitziana, the green variety, I will do exactly the same thing. We have a much bigger stem to work with though, so I will try to take some pure stem cuttings too and see if I can root those as well. Quite honestly, it hurts a little bit to cut this plant. This stem is so sturdy. It really holds up all by itself. You don't need to stake it. I can imagine it would be kind of cool to have it grow and grow and grow and then have a tree like huge Alocasia somewhere. But for now, I think I want to restart the plant. I don't know why. I'm already in the spring, fresh, restarting mood. I just want to chop it. So let's go. We have the nodes, which are the lines. Then we have the auxiliary bud, this little dot right here. This bigger plant doesn't show as much aerial roots. I want to take like a third of the stem as the top cutting, and then the other one I will divide into maybe 2 more chunks. Ta-da! First cutting, 2 more maybe. We have a clean cut on this one as well. I'm actually impressed with myself. Are we greedy today or not? I think I'm greedy today. Let's try 3. 1, 2 and 3 auxiliary buds on here, and then we got 2 more with like 2 or 3 auxiliary buds. I'm pretty excited to see if they really grow anything. I can't believe I did that. This is my huge top cutting. I will also leave that to dry. Oh, I don't know, was it a mistake? It feels weird, it really feels weird, but it's done. So yeah, we just gotta live with it. What have I done? The consequences of my actions are starting to sink in, which is not bad, but also not great. Let's check out this pot for some corms as well. A little bit root bound maybe, nothing drastic. It's almost like a treasure hunt each time you look for corms in a plant. Ooh, we've got a good one. I think we found our treasure. And it's still attached to the mother plant. I can just snap it off really easily. Throw it away. God damn it. I think I never had such a big one actually. This is really big. So here's another one. I'm just going to snap it off. I've cleaned off all of the dead roots, although I think most of them stem from this little puppy actually. It has almost no roots left. And I think I'm going to water propagate this one as well. That is it. We have a small little bulb and then 2 really big ones. With the big boy all potted back up again, I want to move to the perlite propagation or germination, if you can call it that, of the corms. I have some perlite here. Well, it's already a little bit used with some algae in it, but it's all right. I want to break off this little piece of stem, so we have these left. Same with this one. So with these corms you have a few options. You can either pot them into cocoa coir immediately, you can just pop them into a glass of water with a really shallow layer of water, just so the little tip is not submerged because it can rot otherwise. Hello, I'm under the water, help me. My favorite method is to simply use perlite. I can just pop it in there, keep it moist, stick them in with the tip facing upwards, cover it with the lid, keep the humidity high, and in a few weeks I should probably already see some roots in there. For these stem propagations I want to do the same, just lay them halfway into perlite and see if they root that way. I will just plop those in. Just put a little bit of water in. Cover this with cling film to keep the humidity in. I'll have to see, but that's it for the little stumps. Now I think it has been long enough for the top cuttings to dry up a little bit. So I will just stick them into water now and hope for the best. Pop it in the vase and also, oh my god, does it even fit in here? Yeah. And our little rootless survivor. If this isn't the most beautifully filled vase you have ever seen, I don't know. I expect to see some results in 2 weeks probably, but you will get them in 3, 2, 1, 0. It is 2 weeks later and I want to give you the first update. So far we don't see anything happening on the stem propagations and the chunks from the mother plant. I don't see any axillary buds sprouting so far or even thickening. The cut sides look really nice and clean, nothing is molding. The stem is not squishy, so far we are pretty well off, I think. And then we have the cuttings that I want to propagate in water. And with these, it's another story, so let me show you. This is the green top cutting. Now this had no aerial roots to begin with, and we still don't have any visible aerial roots and no growth so far. We have a clean cut side, and other than that, not much happening. The small Micholitziana has still its little single root. Now we have the Alocasia Frydek, the variegated one. We have one yellowing leaf, which was on its way out anyway. Then no new growth from the top. I am very pleased to announce that some of the aerial roots are already growing visibly bigger. I'm not afraid that it won't grow. The cut side is looking clean. First update done. I'll see you the next time. It is officially April 1st. It is another month later, so we are 1.5 months in. Let's check out the roots. Ta-da! We've lost a lot of leaves in total. I wasn't really prepared for that, but it's alright because the roots, on the other hand, look excellent. Now let's just take all of them out carefully. Yes, look at that. In my opinion, this is enough roots to pot these babies up already. I just laid them out here for you. So we see a lot of stuff happening. Now on the small green Micholitziana, we have a really nice root system forming, a lot of branching going on, a lot of these little fine roots. Looks really good. Big green Micholitziana, it finally grew some roots out of the stump. Could be a little bit more, but I am willing to try and pot this up already. The Alocasia Frydek, the variegated one, has the best root system out of all of them. This looks extremely good. Ready, set, let's start repotting. That's probably all right. Ta-da, we've got some freshly mixed soil. And I'm just going to do the old spaghetti trick and just curl up the roots inside of the pot. This looks good to me. Fill it up with soil. Done with the first one. Moving on with the big one, which has a pretty small root system. Press it one time, just really lightly. I don't want to squish the roots too much. And we're done. Last one. All potted up. Now I just need to give them some more love and time, and hopefully they will take well to the soil. Do you hear the rain? That's so nice. Nice rain ASMR for you. Back here. Regarding the stumps, I have absolutely no news whatsoever. They are doing nothing. I don't see any nodes activating, nothing, just chilling. On the little stem cuttings we don't see barely anything. With the corms we finally see something exciting happening. Not all of them, but others have started to grow out a shoot, and I can already see the leaf forming. Here we have one of the Alocasia Frydek, the variegated one, which is super exciting. This is an older plant I already grown from one of these corms. This is basically how you get your new plants, and then you're done. This is going to grow and be its own little plant. Ta-da! Hi friends, it's another 2 weeks later and I'm coming to you with the last update I will be doing for this video. Let's start with the stumps. After 2 months, I finally see something happening on the stem of the mother plant, which is amazing. So I have at least something to show you. And then I have something so beautiful, you won't be ready for this. Just look at this. Isn't this the most beautiful thing you have ever seen? This is the variegated Alocasia Frydek baby. The leaf has unfurled and I'm speechless. This is the most beautiful propagation I have ever had, and I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to sell this. I don't know, like I must be the worst shop owner ever, but I don't want to give this away. Other than that, we have the rest of the corms. We have another little green Alocasia sprouting. And then on the stem pieces, I also finally see something happening. So it's not much, but I can show you something. So one of these stems already has a little tiny white root popping out. And on the other stem, I see some sort of new shoot growing. Lastly, I have the potted up plants. They're doing fine, holding up great. Unfortunately, 2 of these plants were working on flowers or inflorescence, which typically wouldn't bother me, but right now I want them to put all of their energy into new leaves and roots. So I snapped it off. Now I want to be done with the video, so I'm ending the updates right here. If you want even more plant care content, then check out this video right here. I will see you next time. Until then, enjoy your plants and goodbye. Bye. See you next time. Bye. Bye bye.